Startbuilding.me, the midweek session. Wednesday. Is it only Wednesday? It feels like Friday in 3 weeks' time. I don't know why. Super tired this week. It happens, folks, but we still have to exercise and trying to exercise without clipping the mic. Sorry about that. I get excited because it's only 15 minutes and then I'm going to drink some soda water, kick back, watch Sean Fu's economic update for the evening. But let's just get started. We have to exercise, folks. You have to exercise every day. I'm not trying to be Joel Osteen. I love that Bill Burr joke because he can't believe that anybody can believe he's a BS, so he has to keep his eyes closed. Alas, this isn't BS. You have to exercise. You have to exercise every day. I would like to say you have to exercise at least an hour a day. I exercise 2 hours a day. It's not a competition, though. It's a competition against yourself and your performance yesterday. That is it, and that's what we're going to start doing now. A few squats to get the session started. Breathe. As always, breathing is still free for the time being. I'm not going to get shadow banned by explaining why. Google it. As Eddie Bravo says, what does he always say? Look into it. Look into it. But for the time being, it's free. Breathing is free, squatting is free. Get the blood pumping around your body, folks. The more you pump the blood through your blood vessels, into your brain, through your liver, through your kidneys, you really have to do this stuff, folks. I know it's probably just as strange to hear it as it is for me to have to say it every day, but I am here multicasting it over the internet to anybody who will listen to please push this message on that you have to exercise every day. There are no ways you can wiggle out of it and weasel out of it. You can't buy it, you can't hack it, you can't steal it. That's why health is so revered, folks, because you only have it until you're gone, and then when it's gone, you'll wish you'd been doing this stuff. And this is just the basics, folks. Sit down on a chair, stand back up. Sit down on the edge of your bed, stand back up. If you're a form stickler, get the hell out. Just joking. If you're a form stickler and you want to see my back go straighter, I have to stand a little bit wider. Wide stance, sumo stance, whatever you want to have to call it, as a result of some motorcycle injuries and bad posture. But it doesn't matter when you're unloaded. Stand shoulder width, weight going to the outside of your feet. Check the YouTube videos of me explaining this so I don't have to keep on repeating myself. It gets tedious for people. People whinge and complain over messages to me that it is monotonous, but really training is kind of monotonous, and that's why people struggle with it, because you have to do the same thing day in, day out, and that is all there is to it. The more you do it, the easier it gets till you get to these past the 4 stages of competence to consciously competent, where you'll know that it is repetitive, but you'll do it anyway because the benefits are enormous. And if I am suggesting to do 1 hour a day, 1 out of 24, you've got it, folks. You can find it somewhere in your day to do it. You might not want to do it, but like I said, it's one of those things that you hear doctors speak about so many times, is that health is one of those things that nobody cares about until you need it, until you become unhealthy. And then it becomes a real heavy slog to get out of it. And that's what I'm trying to do here at Start Building Me, is to try and get you to get into the healthy habit of daily exercise, and to the point where you will want to be doing it because you'll feel a lot better. So I'm going to up the ante with my Start Building Me kettlebell, 16 kilos or 1 pood, trying to get a little bit more blood pumping through my body. Just took the dogs for a walk, just fed them. I am done for the night. After repenting here, we're almost a third of the way through this session. And then on to your merry ways, whatever it is that you're doing, video gaming, schoolwork, work, hopefully not at this time of night in Australia on the eastern seaboard, maybe in western seaboard, over on the west coast, somewhere in Perth, Broome perhaps. Or if you're in Europe, starting to wake up, get busy in the UK, for instance, where it's probably, I don't know, still about 9 o'clock. And if you don't want to do this, take this message and this message alone. Try and walk. The 10,000 step calculator thing that they do have. I don't know what was prompted there. Hopefully this stream is not going to crash. Good. I can't remember what I was saying. The dogs are clonking their head against the door. They've got that kidney stake energy in them. and the olive oil. So I'll keep it to a lean 10 more minutes, and then I'm out of here, folks. Off to do some, maybe I should be doing some zone 2 cardio, but I'm too tired. So I'll just do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 feet. Weight going to the outside of your feet. That's why you've got arches in your feet. The weight goes into your toes, outside of your feet, sitting back into your heels. You don't want your knees to do something like that, which you see a lot of people when they squat, their knees sort of go in. You want your knees to go out. Sorry, that's not very aligned. Like I said, folks, it's just one of those weeks. Haven't had it in me this week. It's been full on. Excuse-moi. Starting to get hot in the tropics, and I am starting to feel it. Takes a while to adjust to the warm weather. Once I get going though, it shall be fine. What are your tips to survive the hot weather? I drink a metric ton of cold water every day. Keep my towel, keep yourself dry. If you find yourself perspiring too much, it's a good sign that by the end of the day, we'll start glitching out like Max Headroom. If you don't know who Max Headroom is, Google it. Try and download the old episodes. I think it holds up as being incredibly funny. And somebody used it to hack a TV channel at some stage in the US, which I found very cool. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And breathe, as always. If you take nothing more from this multicast stream at Start Building Me is to breathe. Focus on your breathing. And it's a buzzword and I hate it. It's really cliched, but to be mindful of your breathing is very important. Especially if you find yourself getting anxious, seizing up, stressed, depressed. Just take a break. And breathe. Take a load off if you can't do what I'm doing here in squats, in push-ups, whatever it is. If you cannot walk, you can breathe. If you can breathe, that's a good start. As little Duval says, breathing is achieving. A comedian from Florida. Sometimes we just got to take a step back and focus on that breathing and realize the sun is going to come up tomorrow. The sun will come up tomorrow. That's some delirium striking me now, folks. The sun will definitely come up tomorrow. If you've had a bad day, tomorrow might be a great day. I'm certainly thinking so myself. It was not a great day for me. It wasn't a bad day. I'm just having a whinge. But hey, I'm having a whinge because that's the price you pay for being here. Costs nothing in terms of dollars, but you got to listen to me whinge. That's the way it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and back to breathing. I think I'm barely going to make it today, folks. It is 7:10 on the eastern seaboard of Australia. I cannot believe it. I am completely knackered, but I will survive another few minutes. Just 6 more minutes on the clock, folks. Another minute or two of squats, a few push-ups, and we are out of here. As always, my incentive here is to keep you breathing, keep the blood pumping through all your blood vessels into your brain. Do you think that might be important? I put it to you that it is. Going through your liver, going through your kidneys, out to those extremities, and it will improve your life in so many ways that if you ask ChatGPT why exercise is essential, it will probably just laugh at you. You can just switch it off, I suppose, but it will laugh at you because, folks, if you want to trust the science, as the buzzword is, and you want to find out by looking at PubMed how many peer-reviewed journals there are about the importance of exercise, it will be seriously overwhelming because we know how important exercise is for your brain function, let alone digestive system, hormones, renal system, lymphatic system. Every single damn system in your body is influenced by your quality of exercise and sadly quantity as well. So I'm trying to do the bare minimum on Start Building Me, just trying to get the blood pumping, 15 minutes a night here at 7 p.m. in Australia on the eastern seaboard, which is I think 9 o'clock in the UK from people in the UK that I've spoken to. Some ungodly hour in the US, undoubtedly. On repeat maybe. I chat to a few Americanos in here. They see the benefit of what I'm doing, and that's the aim of the game, folks. Exercise, exercise, exercise. Your hormones are so influenced by exercise, and that's something that people who are half my age have significantly less free testosterone than me, and a big part of that is just diet and exercise. So, as I said, health and exercise, it's so revered because you can't cheat it, steal it, buy it, you have to earn it. And that's what I'm here to show you. Start Building Me. It's actually quite easy. And sitting down on a chair, standing back up, sitting on the corner of your bed, standing back up. You don't have to do it with a kettlebell. I'm just doing it because the fringe benefit of my training course at Start Building Me is that I also get to exercise. I'm not doing it for anybody but myself and my performance yesterday. And that is something that you should really take into consideration, which is why I'm suggesting always to walk. If you can walk somewhere, walk. If you've got some sort of Fitbit or Apple Watch or Garmin watch or whatever it is that counts, that has a pedometer, try and make that a daily goal. And if that's all you do, if that's the only exercise you do, walking is great. Walking is really underrated because it's pumping your blood, it's keeping yourself balanced. It will strengthen your feet. It will strengthen your mind. It's not many things that you can multitask when exercising so well as you can with walking, plus it's a form of transport. So there are so many benefits of walking. I can't stress it enough, but I have to stress that we only have 3 more minutes left. So let's do some push-ups after 10 squats, get the blood pumping, go and do your homework, go and watch some TV, play some games, whatever it is that you're doing on YouTube, on where else am I here, on Twitch or Facebook. Go buy some stuff, maybe check out Facebook Marketplace. It's a place that I'm hustling non-stop, doing a few squats here, get the blood pumping, feel myself perspiring a bit. That means it's working. That's all I'm trying to do. Get my camera across and down. Get some weird lens flare. Oh, sitting on my heels like this, a little bit of a quadricep stretch, leaning back a little bit. Breathe, 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 breathe. And let's do some push-ups. Spread your fingers, tense your butt. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And take a load off and breathe. You should be doing this every day, whether it's with me or not is irrelevant, folks. I'm really not trying to do anything on Start Building Me apart from be the anti-influencer. I'm trying to get people away from computers, away from being other people's engagement. And as Terence McKenna famously said, to create your own culture. Go out, hang out with your friends, play a game of soccer, football. How did I say soccer? Disgusting. And, go bushwalking, walk your dogs. Rucking, which is a good new fad that people are getting into, putting weights in your backpack. Walking around. The good thing about that is you can adjust it accordingly. So the intensity is, relative to the person that you're with. So if they can't carry too much in their rucksack, then you can reduce their load and therefore their intensity. So it's fun for all ages and the whole family. You might have nothing in your bag, you might struggle to walk, and that might be enough. Just flat in under your own weight, under your own gravity. Man, my quadriceps are tight. Tight, like Tuchel Salamander. Salamander. That's the animal. If you've seen Breaking Bad, I'm not totally glitching out. I'm trying to think of a character in Breaking Bad. Tuco, the crazy gangster. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's one of those things, folks, if you just routinely pick 3, 5, 10 repetitions, you don't have to do a million of them. We're not trying to fatigue ourselves. We're just trying to put ourselves through the range of motion that we do. Get the blood pumping in our system. And take a load off. Already 15 minutes on the clock, so I'm going to do 10 and get out of here, folks. Drink some more water. Love you wherever you are in the world. Like I said, switch off all the social media, create your own culture, get outside, hang out with your friends and family. Life is too short to be sitting around being somebody else's engagement. And if you're going to watch people play video games, it may as well be with your friends in somebody's house hanging out. Or hey, like we used to do, us old neo-boomers, aka millennials, we used to play the games ourselves. Have a good night, folks. Give me 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Love you. Wherever you are in the world, take it easy and look after yourselves.